Once we get to the mail room, we are forced to crawl through this tiny hole. You think that the statues move, but instead it actually teleports the player. There is a whole world out there. Good day, it is I, ThatLostGamer, and today I am playing Alone in the Dark Prologue. Now this is a no-clip exploration series called Breaking Bound. Basically, I'll take the camera and look for interesting stuff. Kind of like Boundary Break, but without the script. Now, basically, this game is about a 10-minute short experience. There's no way to lose it, so don't be afraid. This game has a lot of interesting cutscenes that we'll be able to see from different angles. Unfortunately, for the first cutscene, there's a lot of blurred focus points, which makes things a little difficult to see. I will let all the cutscenes play out in their entirety with multiple angles, so you can kind of see how they select specific shots and specific angles to look. Now, I find this part really funny. I have no clue why the mask zips up and then zips back down. Now, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit to when we leave our room. You'll see that there's a farm outside the door. And then as soon as we approach the door, it closes and the farm disappears. Now, if we take free cam, we can go in and see it's just a curved image with a couple corn stalks. And here's what it looks like from inside the room as you approach the door. Here's the next cutscene from 4 different angles. I hope you like this.
Scared me.
What are you up to, Jeremy?
I have to tell someone what is going on here. I have to try. You're not one of them, are you? Please tell me, Grace. You're not a spy, are you?
Who's spy?
Them. The others. All of them. No, you're too innocent.
I'm too innocent.
I need to get this letter to my niece. She would understand.
Just give it to the clerk, Mr. Waits, and he'll post it.
No, he could be in on it. What if he won't post my letter?
Then don't make it look like it's one of yours. Here, let me do it. Miss Emily Hartwood, Dauphin Street, New Orleans. You don't have the number? Not sure the postman's gonna find it without... Jeremy? Where'd he go? I'll just post it myself then.
After we leave the room to deliver the letter, we enter a room with a bunch of statues. And right ahead of us, there's a room that's locked. We can look through it and there's nothing there. So it's kind of a bluff. Now, as we go to walk down the stairs, you think that the statues move, but instead it actually teleports the player to a different area. The room is pretty much identical, so you almost don't even notice that you moved, apart from all the foliage growing. If I go above the map, or look through the wall, you can actually see the area that we came from far off in the distance, but the only thing we can see is the corn maze. There's a funny glitch that I found that if you actually go back after you get teleported, it won't teleport you again to the new room. So instead you can go downstairs when you're not supposed to. For some reason, there is an audio trigger of when you get attacked by a sea monster later on, and looks like they never took it out. And you're able to look into the void that you're not actually supposed to look out into. Here's what it actually looks like when you get teleported. Very smooth if you ask me. Jump scare warning, and I'm also going to show this jump scare from 4 different angles, so that means it's going to be 4 times more spoopy. After the attack, we can actually look at the monster close up underneath the earth. It is a little dark to see, and just like Boundary Break, I have to look at a bird's eyeball. And as you can see, it's about a half-cup eyeball that protrudes slightly through the bird's head. Now with the swamp creature in the way, we have to use the bear to create a bridge to get across. Here is this cutscene from multiple angles as well. Here we actually got a pretty good shot of what the creature looks like. It's very unusual, I have to say. Thankfully, with my power of modding, I'm able to freeze time, and we are able to look at this creature close up. Once we get to the mail room, we are forced to crawl through this tiny hole, leading us into the last jump scare of the game. Now, there's a couple extremely interesting things about this room. First off, there's a shadow that's actually facing the camera. And second is this creature. Let's freeze time again and look at this creature as well close up. Now, the depth of field does get a little buggy when we freeze time, but yet we can still get a pretty good look at this thing. Some interesting things to note about this creature is the things on its back. They almost look like roots. On the back of its neck, it looks like there's a rib cage. Here's a close-up of his mouth. As you can see, he has 2 layers of teeth. After that jump scare, it cuts on over to 2 people arriving at the building to investigate. Here are some more camera angles of that event. Now notice how the lights flicker. Now I'm assuming the lighting's different from cut to cut, so it's kind of interesting. And the vehicle seems to slide a little bit.
Definitely a weird place. Feels like I've been here before. I just can't think why.
Let's not waste any time, Detective.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go get your uncle, Miss Hartwood.
During that cutscene, I'm able to take the camera out and see what is around it. Now, normally there's pretty much nothing around it, but I was astonished by how big the area is outside of that cutscene. There is a whole world out there with different buildings and objects. On the other side of the lake, there is a church and a barn. The barn is not textured on the inside, but if we go into the church, there is full details of the inside of this church, as well as books with text on them. Whatever is going on, they're definitely not done with it, because you can see some of the trees are still floating above the ground. There is also a train with an interior. I'll let it play through here. There's also a bunch of additional houses with no interiors in them, but it's interesting to actually see them being there. There is even a boat that's half sunk. Now I did zoom up to it to see if there's any interior, but there is nothing inside of it. And here's one more overview of the entire island. Now, I'm going to leave the video here with a special video that I found while rummaging around in the game files. Now, this video does not play anywhere in the game.
Oh, hello. Can I help you?
The name's Edward Carnby. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for something.
Really? What's that then?
You'd call me crazy if I told you.
Baby, we are all crazy at Derceto. Won't you join us?
I just might. I'm looking for an acquaintance. Maybe you know him. Jeremy Hartwood. He's a patient at Derceto.
You don't expect me to gossip about my old friend to any old gumshoe who walks through my door, do you?
Yeah, forget it. Do you know where you are?
Of course I do. Do you want a drink?
Thanks.
I'm Ruth. Did you climb through the painting in my room?
I did.
Have you done so before? I feel fortunate. Not many get to see the other side of an artist's mind like this.
There was this one painting. The wishing tree. The owner, a collector named Thornhill.
I know of him.
Really?
He lives on Iberville.
He does. Or rather, he did.
Is he dead? I hope he is. Such a dull man.
Wow. Count yourself lucky then.
You're kidding. What happened?
Apparently, he would pick stray dogs off the street, take them inside the painting, and hang them on a tree. Then he would beat them senseless with a candlestick, at least until they stopped squirming. Then he stripped the skin off their bodies and just waited. Just waited for them to die.
Why?
Jeremy's paintings. They're, deranging the minds of everyone. Just think what lunacy we accept by being here.
What a bore you are, Mr. Carnby. Isn't there anything interesting you can say?
Get out while you can. I'm gonna wrap this painting up and burn it. And trust me, you don't want to be trapped inside when I do.
Did you shoot him, Mr. Carnby? Is that why Thornhill is dead? Did you shoot the evil man?
I didn't have to, Ruth. I didn't have to.